If singing feels vulnerable, there's a good reason. Your voice is not separate from you. It carries your history, your emotions, your identity. It is the bridge between what you feel inside and what the world hears outside. So, of course, being heard can feel really exposed. In today's episode, we're going to talk about why that happens and how real confidence is built. Welcome to Singer-Songwriter, a space to reconnect with your voice, your music, and the songs waiting to be written. I'm Lainey, singer and songwriter, voice and creativity coach. If you've ever dreamed of writing and singing your own songs, but doubt or perfectionism keeps getting in the way, then grab that notebook full of ideas. It's time to open your voice, trust your sound, and express yourself freely. Your songs are waiting. Let's bring them to life. Hey friend, welcome. If you're craving more trust and ease in your voice, I want to invite you to something that I've created with you in mind. I'm hosting a free live songwriting workshop. This is on Tuesday, February 17th, and it's designed specifically for singers and songwriters who want to feel more at home in their voice. I want to help you experience your voice in a completely different way. So here's what we'll do. You will arrive to music and simply listen at first. No spotlight, no pressure. And I'll guide you into gentle grounding and easy voice opening, maybe some humming and sighing and toning, just exploring your sound without expectation or judgment. From there, we will experiment with improvisation, simple song beginnings. This is to help you move past fear, kind of move away from those creative blocks and into creative flow. And we'll practice shaping a song together in real time. So you might experience call and response, you might follow some prompts, and you might surprise yourself. But the goal is not to sound impressive. The goal is to feel free and to leave knowing how to recreate that feeling on your own, so that you can apply it to your own creative singing and songwriting practice. So if you want to build trust with your voice in a supportive space, come join me. Register at singersongwriterworkshop.com. It's free, it's supportive, it's for you, and you don't have to be ready. Register at singersongwriterworkshop.com. I would love to see you there. The voice is such a special instrument. I know I'm biased, okay. But think about it. Singing feels different from other instruments because you are the instrument. Your body is your instrument. Your instrument is something that you have carried with you through life from your first cry, and it will be with you until your final words, your last words. Oh, that's a little bit morbid, but I mean, if you think about it, you can put your guitar back in its case. You can step away from a piano, but your voice is always with you. So when someone judges that sound, it can feel like they're judging you. So the voice is very personal. So it's not something you're imagining, or, you're not wrong for feeling this way. This is the nature of the human voice, using it as an instrument to sing your expression into the world. So let's talk about why this feels vulnerable, first of all. And then I want to give you some really tangible steps to begin building confidence in your voice. The voice is identity. It carries your personality, your quirks, your history, emotion, your humanity is all tied up in your voice. Your voice is a physical instrument, and yet our emotions are all wrapped up in it. Your throat tightens, your breath changes, your body responds to nerves. So when you feel vulnerable, when you feel nervous, when you feel excited, when you feel exposed, that vulnerability becomes audible. We can hear if you're nervous or unsure. We can hear insecurities. We can hear the ache, the passion, the tension, the pain. The voice doesn't leave much room for hiding. You can't hide behind your voice the way you could hide behind another instrument. It is an expression of your inner world in real time, in the moment. And we can feel that. We can sense that as, an audience. Your voice connects your inner experience with the outer world. So letting people hear it means letting them feel you, letting them witness your raw emotions coming through your voice. And that can feel really scary, to be so open, to be seen and heard in that kind of emotional honesty. Another reason why singing feels so vulnerable is that memory lives in the voice. So all the memories that are tied to our voice, anything that has happened in our past regarding our expression, our voice, whether it's our singing voice, our speaking voice, in a way that it's like these layers start to form on top of our voice. Every time, someone told you couldn't sing, or if you were laughed at, maybe there was a performance that didn't go how you had hoped it would. Anytime you compared yourself to other singers, maybe you had a teacher who said something that still cycles through your mind. Maybe you were recording yourself and you were hating the sound. Or maybe you were being praised for being good, and now the fear is that you will lose that identity. Or maybe you just feel exposed sharing original music. That's your heart in song from your stories, your lived experiences. So these are all memories that get wrapped up in your voice. So of course it feels vulnerable. It makes sense that it does. All of those memories can slowly translate to staying small, or being afraid to try, or wanting to wait until. But the deeper truth is that confidence is not something that you can wait to feel. It's something that you build through experiences with your voice, through positive experiences, new experiences that feel supportive. So let's talk about how to build that confidence, how to grow that confidence. And I have 4 steps for you to begin easing your way towards vocal confidence, creative confidence. Step 1, sing for yourself, just for you. This is a private space, like a sacred moment with yourself and your voice. Maybe the door's closed, or you're in the car, or you're in the shower, or you're sitting at the piano at night. You know what that space looks like for you. That's where you begin. Just being honest with yourself by allowing yourself to hear your voice. And even more so, allowing yourself to feel your voice resonating through your body. Because it's more about how it feels than it is about how it sounds. So it's not that you are seeking improvement in this step. You are just becoming familiar with your voice, or becoming familiar with your voice as it is now. So maybe you do 5 minutes of vocal play, just making sounds for the fun of it, playfully. Maybe you do some humming instead of going full voice. Or maybe you're just singing a song that you love, a song that stirs something in you and reminds you why you love to sing. But you're singing for you. You're doing it for you. Step 2, a trusted witness. So allow yourself to be witnessed by one trusted friend or loved one. Maybe it's a teacher or a mentor. But the goal is to let yourself be seen and heard, and to just get through it. To just get to the other side of it. Because this is a gentle step. It's easing your way in a way that feels safe and supportive, with someone who you know will hold you and lift you up and encourage you moving forward. Step 3, supportive community. Now, this is more of an intimate circle or a small group, maybe a class, a workshop, a singing circle. But here you're beginning to expand your comfort zone, just sharing with a few more people, but it's still safe, supportive, and in a way that doesn't feel like a huge leap. It's just kind of expanding the breath a little bit beyond, a little bit beyond where it was before. And then step 4, that's where you get into broader sharing. So this might look like an open mic in your local community. Maybe it's posting a little clip of yourself singing, whether it's in a private group online or, in a much more public post. And maybe it is performing in a venue that feels like it's right for that season. You see how one building block is layered upon the next here. You are building confidence from the ground up. This is the path I took step by step when I was going from silence to song, from that time in my life where I stopped singing and I went quiet. Gradual release, expanding the comfort zone a little bit, coming back to give yourself a big warm hug when you need it, and then stretching out again. And each time you stretch out, your comfort zone becomes bigger. The boundary where it once was, you've expanded beyond it before you know it. But it's this little by little. I started by singing for myself. Then I started allowing people to hear me, starting with one person, then smaller singing circles, supportive, creative communities full of people doing the same kind of thing, being vulnerable, sharing their art. And then as the confidence grew and grew, then coming back to performing. So while we would love to get confident first and then do the thing, it's actually the other way around. We do the thing and that grows our confidence. But the thing doesn't have to be the big, grand, bold thing. It can be small, gentle steps that feel accessible to you and where you are right now. So start where you are and allow yourself to expand little by little. I like to say you can dip your toe in. That's how I like to enter a swimming pool. Okay, just little bit at a time, ease my way in. Some people like to dive in or do a cannonball. That's fun too, but you don't have to do it that way. Often that is whoo, I'm not ready for that. That's too much. But you're still getting in the pool, right? And once you're in and you've acclimated to the temperature, then maybe you can go underwater. And then before you know it, you're getting in and out of the pool, jumping in, diving in, splashing around. Ah, that sounds nice. I've got about a foot of snow on the ground outside right now. So, dreams, summertime dreams. So confidence is not being free from fear or never feeling nervous. Confidence is feeling the nerves, acknowledging the nerves, feeling exposed, and yet you stay with yourself. You stay with your voice. You stay present in those emotions and move through them with your voice. So here are some practical tools that you can try this week to begin building your confidence and watching it grow from the ground up. So you could record a voice memo and listen back. I know it sounds so small, but I know how hard it can be. I have been there, not wanting to listen back, not wanting to record because you don't want to hear what your voice sounds like because you're just going to judge it over and over again. I know. This is the practice. You could sing through a song without stopping to fix it. You could place your hand on your heart or your belly, maybe your back, somewhere on your body while you're singing to feel the vibration, to stay present, to stay with your voice as you sing. Another thing you could do is create a weekly singing ritual. something that you can repeat, something you can do again and again. Because repetition leads to confidence. That repetition, that's practice. You're practicing. Another thing you could do is simply speak kindly to your voice after you sing. It's easy to go into that spiral of, today is not my day. It is not going well. This feels off. Maybe I should just stop and go do something else. Rather than that spiral, you say, hey, I showed up for my voice today. I was present with my voice today. You don't become confident before you sing. You become confident because you keep singing. You sing through it. You sing through the fear, the nerves, the breathlessness. You keep singing. And you find your footing a little bit stronger with every breath and with every note you sing, as you sing through it, as you keep going. That is where confidence comes from. Through practice, through experience, over time. So now is as good a time as any to begin. In fact, it's the perfect time to begin or begin again. Building or rebuilding confidence in your voice, in your creative instincts. So if you're ready for a different kind of experience with your voice, the free live songwriting workshop is waiting for you. We'll slow down, we'll listen, and we'll let the music meet you where you are. No performing, no pressure. This is just a doorway back into creativity and trust. Building confidence together, one step at a time. Join us on February 17th. You can register now at singer-songwriter-workshop.com. And until then, keep singing, keep writing, and keep coming home to your voice. Thanks for listening, friend. If this episode moved you or inspired you in some way, would you please leave a review on Apple Podcasts or share this episode with someone who's been praying for a vocal breakthrough? Until next time, keep nurturing that song in your heart. Lots of love.